test, 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 test. They can hear it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Live from Barrington Community Stadium, I'm Riley Trapp, the voice of Barrington Broncos and Phillies athletics. Pardon me. Joined alongside as my color man, as always, is Austin Molinaro. Austin, how you feeling tonight?
Feeling great. It's a beautiful Thursday night. Good fall weather as we look to see the Broncos face against Prospect High School.
The Broncos heading into this game are a solid 9-1-3, and they look to take on Prospect. The Broncos are coached by Scott Stibe, while Prospect is coached by Aiden Rupar and Rafel Walker. And here, set for kickoff, it looks like Prospect will start out tonight. And Prospect kicks off, and we are underway here at Barrington Community Stadium. Barrington versus Prospect boys soccer. Out of bounds will stay Prospect ball. Inbounds, header, Prospect charging. Defended well by Barrington.
Prospect is looking to improve their record over 500 as they stand at 4-4-2, and the Broncos are looking to keep their first place in their conference as they stand at 9-3-1. Let's see which team comes out on top.
A very crucial game for both teams. Prospect trying to regain some steam, and Barrington try to stay on top of their conference. Kick out of bounds on Barrington will remain Prospect ball. Prospect has it deep in Barrington territory. Prospect looks to throw in, probably towards the goal. That's where most of their forwards are. The throw in is short, defended by Barrington, and it moves out of Barrington's zone. Goes over to goalie Daniel Hesselbein, who goes over to Joe Kadula. Kadula charging. Passes to teammate Henry Washman. Broncos have a little bit of a fast break here as they look to start off the game strong. Pardon me. Shot is wide left. Tries to be saved but cannot by Barrington's number 5, Hector Rodriguez.
A little urgency by both teams, forging the attack up pretty quickly early in this game.
Yes. Austin, do you think that the consistency for the Broncos will maintain into tonight's action?
If the Broncos keep up what they're doing, starting off the season with an amazing record, I think they could have this game in their hands and improve to 10 wins.
I agree. Rodriguez charging into Palatine territory. Bad pass as it gets away from number 9, Junior Hernandez. Palatine returns. Good defensive play by Rodriguez. Prospect passes midfield, looking to up there, score to 1. Defended well by Barrington. Now, Austin, do you expect Barrington to come out firing, or do you expect them to stay a little passive and play the defensive game?
Both teams are trying to forge an attack pretty quickly, but my view on the game, I think if you're Barrington, you stay back, wait for a hole to open, and then you attack there to try to take this lead 1-0.
I agree, as we have a foul on the field. And it'll be a free kick for the Broncos, number 12, Joe Sadolka. Looking in, this could be a very important free kick for the Broncos, as here it is. Short, and it looks like, yes, it will be a goal kick for Prospect. The Knights goalie, Simon Maskarki, the goalie, he's a senior, and he's also the team captain, looks to take a goal kick. Palatine playing fairly deep into Barrington territory. Booming kick, and it will be deflected by a Barrington defender, and again, and once more, 3 times the charm, 3 straight Barrington headers. Number 9, Junior Hernandez, trying to do something with the ball. Cans has to pass out to a teammate. Hernandez looks, tries to find something. Passes out to number 20, Brendan Lodel. Good defensive play by Barrington as they force Prospect for the ball to go out of bounds. It will remain Barrington ball. Number 7, CJ Stibe with the throw-in, he passes it back over to number 12, Joe Sadolka. Sadolka looking to throw it fairly deep, and he does, towards the goal, and it will be deflected by Prospect, and then huge shot by number 11, Aiden Liu, sails way over and through the uprights. That would have been good if he played for the Barrington Broncos football team. Austin, what do you expect from Prospect to respond from this from Barrington's early attack?
Barrington has had the ball for most of this game so far. Prospect should be just looking to keep it deep and try to get a chance to get the ball in the offensive zone.
I completely agree with you, Austin. You're not the best color man in the game for nothing. Kick stopped by a Prospect defender. Sorry, folks, I got Palatine on my mind as I am a part of the Broncos football team, and we do play Palatine this weekend. A little offensive oomph from Prospect. And it will be knocked away by Barrington, but settled again by Prospect. Kick out of bounds by Nico Argyros, and it will remain Prospect ball. Here comes a throw-in, fairly short, defended by Barrington. Argyros kicks it up the side, stays in, and it will be Prospect ball as they come behind midfield, Here comes a chance for the Knights as they have a deep ball in Barrington territory that will go out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for the Knights.
This is a good chance for the Knights to capitalize. After being outplayed for the first couple minutes of this game, they finally got the ball in Broncos territory and could do some damage here to get the first score of the game.
Yes, they could. Corner kick. The Knights looking to hopefully put one in the net here, as there is 32 minutes left in the first half. And, that was a little scary. Daniel Hesselbein came out a little bit. Lucky for him, one of his defenders was right there to kick it out. Shot blocked by a Barrington defender. Whoa, very nice play to keep it in bounds. Looks like that was Aiden Liu. Broncos looking to do something here after that Knight attack that resulted in no goal. Sadolka passes over to Washman, who tries to hit Fernandez but cannot. Fernandez now gets control, looks to create something. Not a lot here. Shot on, and it will be a little to the right as it hits the side of the net, and it will be Knight's ball, and it will be a goal kick. Simon Muskarski, again with his second goal kick of the game. Broncos with only one shot on goal. Same with Prospect, who also has one shot on goal. Nothing too interesting on the offensive side from either team so far. Prospect trying to create something. Pass over to Ari Capanaris, who sails it over, and will be halted by Daniel Hesselbein, the Broncos goalie. Broncos trying to create something on the edge, as it is passed over to Fernandez, who tries to create something, and he cannot, and it's kicked away, and it will be recovered by Barrington's Brendan Lodel, who passes over to one of his teammates. Deep pass here. Shot on it, and it off the post. Oh, right off the post, and Michael Horak tried to put it in the net, but sailed way high as it goes through the uprights. And that was just a golden opportunity that the Broncos just narrowly missed. Austin, what do you have to say about that?
The Broncos actually had two very good chances there. Michael Horak actually had a lot of time, not many defenders around him, so he figured he'd take time on that shot. Maybe the sense of adrenaline kicked in, and he just tried to get the shot on net.
It was number 7, C.J. Stibe, who went off the left post, setting up Michael Horak, who could not convert, sending a ball through the uprights and out of the stadium, actually, as Prospect looks to try and respond after Barrington's miscue. I've noticed not many Knights defenders are back that far. They only have 2 behind midfield, something you don't often see in high school soccer. You usually see 3, sometimes maybe 4. So, Prospect coming out very attackingly, not having many defenders back. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Prospect. And it's going to be number 10, Delkin Flaglin, the junior midfielder. And here it is. Throw is going to be short of the net, going to be defended by the Broncos. And it will be stopped by Broncos goalie Daniel Hesselbein as he throws over, tries to create something to Hernandez. Hernandez going past midfield, going up the sideline, looking to create something. Pass over to C.J. Stibe, which gets defended by Prospect and sent over back by Brendan Lodel. And it will be recovered by Prospect. Goalie Simon Moskarski. And again, just another offensive drive that the Broncos couldn't quite capitalize on. As here it is, Michael Horak sets up one of his teammates past midfield. Back to Horak. Looks, tries to get it into number 7, C.J. Stibe, but could not quite fit it in there. Here comes Brendan Lodel on the offensive attack for the Broncos. Pass over to number 2, Nico Ardros, tries to create something. Can't, has to dish it out. And it looks like it will go out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Knights.
The Broncos have the athletic ability to have many goals on the board already. They've been outplaying the Knights so far, only 12 minutes into the game, and they had a shot off the post by C.J. Stibe and a chance for Michael Horak to put that in. But let's see what they can do here for the rest of the first half.
Not something we've seen from the Broncos this year. Usually they capitalize on those chances. Really actually miscues by the Knights and their opponents they usually get to capitalize on. But tonight, it is not that way. Broncos trying to create something. Sails out of bounds. And it will be Prospect ball.
Midfielder Christian Patapa was down on the field for a little bit. Maybe just a little cramp, but that's something to look forward to.
Just great note from the best color man in the game, Austin Molinaro. Broncos looking to create something around the 30-yard line. Here comes an attack. Michael Horak couldn't quite settle. Here comes an attack from number 5, Hector Rodriguez, as he could not control it. And it's knocked away by a Knight defender, and it will be a corner kick for the Broncos. Coach Stibe yelling out commands to the Broncos. And it looks like it will be Nico Argyros on the corner kick with Henry Washman right next to him. And here it is, as it is headed but missed by number 7, CJ Stibe, and it will be deflected and going out of bounds. Yes, on the Knights. Here comes a Barrington throw-in. Looking to create something here to break this 0-0 tie. Good defensive header from the Knights as Broncos look to reload. Shot on again through the uprights. Man, I think the Broncos might be playing football as they send almost all their shots through the uprights. Not a lot of shots on target so far. And it will be a goal kick for the Knights. Long booming shot near midfield, and it will be headed by Brennan Lodel, and it will be settled by a Knight defender. Ooh, good play by CJ Stibe. Foul on the play by the Knights, as here comes the Broncos trying to put one on the board. Little shot, and it will be recovered by the Knights goalie, Simon Mokarski.
Both teams have played very good defense so far, very physical, and that may have a factor on the missed shots that both teams have had. Let's see if they keep these scrappy defenses alive during the rest of the half.
Yes. And it looks like it will be a Knight throw-in. Knights looking to get their first goal on the board as well. Throw-in successful as the Knights have it deep in Bronco territory. And it will be out of bounds on the Knights, looking to be a goal kick for Daniel Hesselbein. Daniel Hesselbein, short little note about his game. He has a very strong leg, so expect to see this one sail past midfield. Oh, he does a short one. Kicks it over, then it's kicked back over to Hector Rodriguez, excuse me. Knights regain possession, looking to score here. Deep in Bronco territory, shots on, and it will sail high and left. And it'll be yet another goal kick for the Broncos' Daniel Hesselbein.
Declan Flanagan was trying to push the Knights offense up deep into Broncos territory, trying to get the first goal of the game here. Obviously unsuccessful, but good playmaking ability.
And there's that Daniel Hesselbein leg as it's headed by Brennan Lodel. And here comes Junior Fernandez right down the sideline, looking to create something here. Tries to get through 2 Knight defenders and is unsuccessful. And it will go out of bounds on the Broncos. Looks like it was deflected off of Fernandez. And it will remain Knight ball. And here's the throw-in. Broncos swarming, usually 3 men on the ball. Very aggressive defense from the Broncos. Shot right off of Aiden Liu. Foul on the Broncos. And it will be a corner kick for the Knights as the Knights kind of get bailed out as they couldn't really find anything there right around the 30-yard line. Declan Flanagan, the junior midfielder, looks to try and put this one near the goal, and he does, and it will be just to the right. Looks like there could have been a foul there on Broncos number 12, Joe Sidolka, but there is no call. Here comes a free kick. It will be Hesselbein, and that was called offsides on the Knights. Hesselbein looking. Past midfield into Knight territory. Here comes CJ Stibe. Looks to keep it in bounds and does. Here comes CJ. Passes back over to Fernandez, and it's intercepted by a Knight defender. And kick back to Daniel Hesselbein. Broncos looking to create something. Sadolka kicks way over the head of Henry Washman, and it will be offsides. Not the best ball from Sadolka, and it was offsides called on the Broncos.
The Broncos have shown the advantage of speed on the prospect Knights so far, so maybe they could take that into account and try to spread the field a little bit to try to beat the Knights defense around and center it in.
And it's going to be a free kick for the Knights right around the 30-yard line. Chipped over to number 7, Ari Kemperos, who puts it over, headed by Sadolka. And it's going near the Broncos sideline. CJ Stibe tries to create something, pass up along the sideline and out of bounds, hitting number 6, Efren Vega. He looks to be okay. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights. And it is intercepted by number 8, Michael Horak, and goes out of bounds. Will be another, throw-in for the Knights. Throw-in successful, as it is intercepted by the Broncos. Ooh, looks to be a foul there, and there is. Number 17, Henry Watchman, got a little handsy there as a Knight defender went down. 2 fouls apiece for each team. Here comes Declan Flanagan. Just a little under 40 yards out from the goal. And it will be a surprising no call from the referee. As it looked like it definitely was a Knight defender taken out. Oh, never mind. They did call it. A little hard to see from up here, but I was going to say, it looked like one of the Broncos took out a Palatine attacker, prospect attacker, as now prospect has a penalty kick. Daniel Hesselbein is one of the keys of his game, looking to keep the score at 0-0. Looks Declan Flanagan trying to put this one in to give the Knights a 1-0 lead, and it's blocked by Hesselbein, and he tries to return it, but is blocked again by Hesselbein, and the shot is wide right and way too high. Daniel Hesselbein, an outstanding series as he blocked 2 shots, one while actually on the ground. And after he blocked that, the Knights just tried to swing it as hard as they could, and it goes way high and way right.
That's some great anticipation by Hesselbein right there. Great anticipation by the penalty kick. Dove right to the right, predicted it to be right there, and then made another stop on Flanagan. And very clutch, to say the least.
I've seen Daniel Hesselbein play. When he was younger, he played on a few state-level teams, and his penalty kick has always been a strong suit of his. Over to Michael Horak, a little bit over his head, as the Broncos have pretty much all the momentum now after a great series of saves by Daniel Hesselbein. And it will be out of bounds on the Broncos. Will remain Knights ball, as that looked to be number 17, Henry Washman, who kicked it out. And here come the substitutes. Number 6 is Efren Vega, and number 19 is Brian Yang. They are both seniors. One is a midfielder, and the other is also a midfielder, Both senior midfielders coming in for the Broncos. Look to take out Junior Fernandez and Henry Wachsman. Thank you. Here come the Broncos. Look to create something. Swing and a miss there by number 5, Hector Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks to get by number 8, Eric Limanauka, excuse me. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Kick back over to Daniel Hesselbein, who looks to create something here for the Broncos as he's going to sail it near the sideline. Going to be controlled by the Broncos. Trying to create something here. Try and break this 0-0 tie. Wow, tightrope act on the sideline there to keep it in bounds. Very impressive. Going to be controlled by number 6, Efren Vega. He's going to kick it back to number 12, Joe Sadolka. Almost got by Hector Rodriguez there, but he maintains control. Back to Sadolka as he will pass it back to one of his defenders. Strong kick there, looking for CJ Stibe, and it's intercepted by number 16, Colin Sand. And now the Knights have a chance, stolen away from the Broncos, as number 3, Nate Horn, got in there to break up that would-be Knight attack. Knights looking to create something here with 16 minutes left to play in the first half.
The Broncos need to start spreading the ball around. Prospect has forced a very aggressive defense with the forwards actually dropping back and putting pressure to the ball. And the Broncos have shown some hints to spreading the ball around, but just smart passes will get the job done.
Looks like it'll be a goal here, but no. Knights had a free kick, and they could not convert as it looked like they had the ball within 5 feet of the net, but they could not put it in, as it will be a goal kick by Daniel Hesselbein. Hesselbein looks to set up a Bronco attack. Agreeing with Austin, I do think the Broncos need to spread the ball around a little more. I feel like I've been saying the same 5 names over and over again. As here comes another Knight attack that, swing and a miss from number 10, Declan Flanagan. Michael Horak with the pressure for the Broncos. Knights looking to create something, getting past Brendan Lodell and number 11, Aiden Liu. Sadolka contains a pass and sends it way over right around midfield. Intercepted by the Knights. Looking to create something here on offense. And here come the Knights. Number 7 is Ari Kempros. Can't quite do anything, and he's going to sail it way over his attacker's head. And it looks like it is going to be a corner kick for the Broncos. Or excuse me on that. That's my fault. Knights looking to create something here on offense. Nothing here, as will be defended by number 1, Daniel Hesselbein, with a soaring punt near the 50-yard line. Number 2, Nico Ardros, looking to start something and cannot, as it will stay Barrington ball. Looked like the Knights could have had a chance to reclaim possession, but they could not. Looks like it'll be a throw-in to Brendan Lodell of the Broncos. Trying to create something. Nothing much here for the Broncos offensive-wise. You could say that for both teams here during this game. Nothing much offensively, as it is still 0-0 with just under 13 minutes to play. Pass over to number 12, Joe Sadolka. Tries to jumpstart this Bronco offense with a booming kick, and it will be defended by the Knights. Ooh, looked like there could have been a foul there, and there will be. Number 6, Efren Vega.
The Broncos have shown some pretty scrappy plays so far. They've had a lot of fouls. That is, I believe, 4 fouls, double the amount as prospect have.
These the boys Broncos team, very disciplined from Coach Steib. You don't usually see too many fouls from them. As deep in Knight territory, CJ Steib trying to create something but cannot. Pass back over to Simon Moskarski, the senior captain. No one really able to create anything so far. Here comes a shot, looking like this could be an opportunity for the Knights. Brian Morrison with 2 Broncos draped all over him. Can't really create anything, trying to look for an outlet. Excuse me, there's going to be a foul on the Knights. It'll be a free kick for number 12, Joe Sudoka. Tries to look over at Daniel Hesselbein. Fakes out the prospect defender, and it will be back over to Daniel Hesselbein.
Great defensive play by Hector Rodriguez. Steals the ball away to stop an offensive breakaway and then forces a foul afterwards.
Here comes a chance for the Broncos, as it looks like they will not have one, as it will be scooped up by the Knights goalie, killing whatever offensive drive the Broncos had. Soaring kick down right around the 35-yard line. It'll be a throw-in for the Broncos, as here they try to start quickly, pass over to Nico Argyros, back over to Brendan Lodel, back over to Aiden Liu. Going back into his own territory, looking for Joe Sidolka. He tries to create something here. Turning on the Jets at the 30. Goes over to number 5, who is Hector Rodriguez. Passes back over to number 19, Brian Yang. Broncos just can't quite create anything here. Very frustrating if I am Coach Steib. Some subs for both teams. 1 for the Knights and looks like about 2 for the Broncos. Nothing much going on offensively this game. Number 14 is Johnny Kane. Tries to create something and gets fouled by number 6, Efren Vega. Going to be a free kick for the Knights right around the 27-yard line. Just under 40 yards from the goal. Shot on. It will be defended by Barrington. Nothing here for the Knights. Barrington trying to create something offensively as they're right around midfield. Broncos, as if they heard Austin say it, they are looking to spread the ball around a little bit more. And it will stay in bounds. Looked like it was going out of bounds. Soaring over. Good play by number 17, Henry Waxman. Oh, will be missed by the goalie, and he will recover. That could have been detrimental to the Knights, as a Barrington attacker was right next to him, and he completely whiffed on the ball, but he was quick enough to get up and go secure it.
Close call by the Knights goalie there. Attackers all over the ball lately. The Broncos have tried to set up more of an attack with the later minutes in this first half.
Yes. Just over 8.5 minutes here left to play at Barrington Community Stadium. Knights looking to create something deep in Barrington territory. And it'll be a goal kick for number 1, Daniel Hesselbein. The junior goalie trying to lead his team to a victory. Has protected multiple shots, one including a penalty kick with a great save. And the ball will be kicked out of bounds. Looked by prospect. There'll be a throw-in for Barrington. Number 10, Brian Genaro. Pardon me if I mispronounced that. It'll maintain Barrington ball. Shot on, and it is so close. Barrington could have had a free goal there. Number 17, Henry Waxman, could not convert as their Knight defenders draped all over him. That looked like probably one of the best chances the Broncos have had all game, Austin. All right. Goal kick for the Knights. Defended well by the Broncos.
Broncos offense seems to be a little more aggressive here in the later stages of the first half, spreading the ball around a little more, and there looks to be a foul.
It'll be a foul on the Knights. If you're keeping track of everyone's favorite team, the Green Bay Packers, they're playing the Philadelphia Eagles right now. That game just kicking off on Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. I don't know if you can tell, but I am a huge Packer fan, as Austin constantly makes fun of me for.
Ravens flock.
Oh, God, poor child. Free kick blocked by the Knights. Aiden Liu trying to create something. Cannot.
As we edge towards the last 6 minutes of the half here, both teams knotted up 0-0. Broncos have been out playing the Knights mostly in the later stages of the first half, and it seems to be a little more of a kick fest back and forth as the time of possession looks to be pretty equal.
I completely agree with Austin. Broncos look like to be in control, but they can't quite capitalize on some moments. Kick over to Brendan Lodel. Broncos trying to create something, trying to spread the ball around. Hesselbein looks and finds Sadolka. Broncos players yelling to try and get the ball. Always love to hear that. Shot, and it will be short. Oh, Broncos had a chance to score as the goalie mishandled it, but lucky for the Knights. Bounced off his body and went out of bounds, and it will be a corner kick for the Broncos. Number 17, Henry Waxman.
That was sort of a blooper by Mokarski there as the Broncos just tried to get it on the net, try to make something happen, and the ball went their way. So let's see what they can do here on this corner kick.
We have noticed a few miscues by the Knight goalie, excuse me. But then again, I do not play soccer. The last time I played, I was 4 years old. I was on the green team. I hated it. I cried. And that's why I play football. Barrington looked to create something on offense. Can't quite find anything as the Knights look to return. Looked like to be a foul, and there is on the Knights. Looks like that's number 5, Aiden Westlick, the junior forward. And it's going to be a free kick. Daniel Hesselbein kicks it over to Sadolka. Joe looking to find someone. And he does. Nice move there by number 10, Brian Genaro. As it goes out of bounds, and it will be Knight ball. Throw in here for the Knights. Trying to create something here. Just under 4 minutes to play. Throw in is successful, but it is kicked out of bounds by number 5, Aiden Westlick, the junior forward. High soaring kick, and it will be chipped off the head of a Knight defender. Knights, I think, just trying to wind down the clock with just under 3.5 minutes to play, and there is a foul there. Deep in Knight territory will be a free kick just in front of the goal box.
That's right on the brim of the goal box right there.
Shot
Broncos
is just defended. Sorry to cut you off there, Austin. Just defended. Great play by Mokarski, the senior goalie, who also is the Knights captain.
Broncos now having opportunity after opportunity here in the last 5 minutes of the first half. Had a corner kick that almost resulted or could have resulted in a goal. A free kick right there. Now let's see. This is their second corner kick in at least 2 minutes. Let's see what they can do here.
Yes. Broncos trying to create something high. Soaring kick. Headed away by the Knights. And it looks like that offensive drive will be spurred out. Broncos trying to create something here. Shot on, and it is wide left. Aiden Liu not tried to convert. On behalf of Austin 238 Studios and BHS TV Live, we'd like to thank all 4 of you tuning in at the moment. Just under 2 minutes left here to play. Soaring kick right around midfield, and it'll be headed away by a Broncos defender. Fighting for the ball near the near sideline to us on the home side bleachers. Nice play by number 10, Brian Genaro. Throwing for the Knights. It will be number 7, Ari Kempros. Looks to try and find one of his teammates and throws it over deep into Bronco territory, defended by Joe Sidolka. Knights trying to start something up here. Kick it back over to their defenders. Shot on, or excuse me, tried to pass it over to one of his teammates. Good defensive play by Aiden Liu. Broncos trying to create something here, and no foul called.
Broncos got to hurry up here. Only 45 seconds left in the half here as they get a free kick. Let's see what they can do here in the last 40 seconds.
Ticking down. Here comes a free kick. Looks like that is Aiden Liu. Correct me if I'm wrong. And headed, and it will be big collision right in front of the goal, and the Broncos will not get a goal out of it. Very good play by the Knights goalie as we have some yelling on both sides. I think the Knights think that should have been a foul, and I think the Broncos are just kind of arguing for the sake of arguing.
Mokarski is down here. Never like to see that in the world of sports.
No, neither on both teams. You hate to see that. As we hope that Mokarski will, and he stands up. Looks like that was a head injury. He comes off shaking his head, rubbing his head. And it looks like he will stay in the game. 19 seconds left here at Barrington Community Stadium as Mokarski gets a round of applause from the Bronco faithful. Trying to create something here for his Knights, staying in. Booming kick here, past midfield. Brennan Lodel defends. 10 seconds left, and it looks like nothing will come in these last 10 seconds. Aiden Liu with a final kick, soaring kick. Nothing to come of it here. Halftime at Barrington Community Stadium, 0-0. I'm Riley Trapp. On behalf of Austin Molinaro, we will rejoin you during the second half of action.